Welcome back, you guys. Your boy CK. Today it's all about the oldest and the youngest coming together just like a Squid Game to achieve an amazing outcome. I looked up all the players in the NFL, including free agents, and went ahead and made a team where at every single position we have the oldest player and the youngest player combined into one. If you want to get your account grinded all the way to the max level, or if you want players, you want coins, you want training, you know where to go, man. MutReserve.com. Use my code CK for 15% off your order, and I promise you'll be rich one day. So let's begin with the quarterback position. As you can see, Trey Brady is a combination of Tom Brady and Trey Lance. So you can see Brady now has like 87 speed, 90 acceleration. He took all of these scrambling stats from Trey Lance, so he's even more dangerous than he used to be. His backup is going to be Trevor Roethlisberger, a mixture of Trevor Lawrence and Big Ben Roethlisberger. Now, even though Frank Gore is a free agent, not currently on the team, we went ahead and used him for this experiment. We combined the veteran with Javonte Williams. So yeah, now Frank Gore has 87 speed, number 22 ranked halfback when you combine all their stats. So he's looking pretty good as the RB number 1. Adrian Peterson combined with Jermar Jefferson to create Jermar Peterson. I'm not sure exactly which stats AD took from Jermar. I know it's a couple, but there's still only a 76 overall. Now Larry Fitzgerald has not officially retired, so we used him for this experiment. He's the oldest wide receiver in the league. We combined him with the youngest, which was Anthony Schwartz, who has 97 speed. Imagine Fitz with 97 speed. The hands that he has, that 98 catching. This wide receiver, I don't know how they're only at 81, but he's an absolute demon. Like, his stats are really, really nasty. So that's a solid wide receiver 1. The second oldest wide receiver in the league is more of a special teams guy, Matthew Slater, but he's listed as a wide receiver. We combined him with Terrace Marshall, who's the second youngest wide receiver in the league. So now Slater has 91 speed. He's going to be even more dangerous on the special teams. Now we're looking at Danny Amendola, who's the third oldest wide receiver in the league. We combined him with the third youngest wide receiver in the league, Jamar Chase, who has superstar abilities. So now Amendola has a few abilities to work with and 92 speed. That's pretty good to go along with all the great slot attributes that he has, like the COD. So this wide receiver is looking pretty good. He's going to be our slot guy. Deshaun Action Jackson got himself going last week. Now he might be even more lethal, because we combined it with Diami Brown, the fourth youngest wide receiver in the league. So picture a taller, slightly bigger Deshaun Jackson, and that's what we have right here, man. It's still a phenomenal deep threat. And our highest overall wide receiver ends up being Emmanuel Sanders mixed with Amon-Ra St. Brown, who was the fifth youngest wide receiver in the NFL. They end up being an 83 overall, and they're going to be our wide receiver number 1. This might be the guy I'm most excited to see, man. Mercedes Pitts, a combination of Mercedes Lewis and Kyle Pitts. Of course, superstar X Factor from Kyle Pitts. Most of these older guys had normal development. There's a few that had superstar or better, but this guy is an absolute demon. When you combine his run blocking, I think Mercedes like the best run blocking tight end. If not, he's up there. And then Pitts the fastest tight end. That's why they're top 10 ranked tight ends in the NFL. Very solid backup in Brevin Walker, a combination of Delaney Walker and Brevin Jordan. A lot of height, good amount of speed. Very solid tight end number 2. On the O-line, we have Austin Whitworth, a combination of Andrew Whitworth and Austin Jackson. Jalen Incognito, Jalen Mayfield and Richie Incognito. Trey Mack is Trey Hill and Alex Mack combined. Jackson Larson, that's Ted Larson and Jackson Carman combined. And then at right tackle, Panay Dotson, Panay Sewell, and DeMar Dotson. Steve Rousseau leading the way at left end. That's Steve McClendon and Gregory Rousseau, the number 24 ranked left end, but we have someone even better. How about Calais Sample, the number 3 ranked left end in the league? Calais Campbell and Cam Sample. So yeah, they're one of the best in the NFL. Oldest right end in the NFL was Ndamukong Suh. Youngest was Dayo Odeyingbo. So they combined to form Ndamukong Odeyingbo. It's going to give commentators a mouthful to say on Sundays, but they end up being the number 7 ranked right end in the NFL. Very solid backup in Joseph Addison. Combination of Joseph Asai and Mario Addison. So we have 2 top 13 ranked right ends on our team. At D tackle number 1, we have Bobby Pico Sr., a combination of D'Amato Pecco and Bobby Brown. And then Alum McNeil combines with Al Woods to create Alum Woods. The 77 overall, well-rounded D tackle. Cameron Wake was easily the oldest left outside linebacker, whereas Ronnie Perkins was the youngest one, so we created Ronnie Wake, the number 21 ranked left outside linebacker in the NFL. His backup is Jonathan Irvin, a mixture of Bruce Irvin and Jonathan Garvin, to create a very solid left outside linebacker number 2. We have Ernest Woodyard at MLB. Wesley was the oldest MLB, and Ernest Jones was the youngest, but they're not going to be our number 1. That title's going to Demario Jammin Davis. They both had the last name Davis, so we had to create a little, you know, maybe I should put a hyphen between Jammin and Davis. I don't know how it works. Yeah, I'm looking up like Juju right now. He has a hyphen in between. That's just the, you know, the most obvious one I can think of. So I feel like it's necessary, man. We're going to go ahead and put a little hyphen. But they're going to have superstar abilities. Demario is the oldest MLB, or the second oldest, and he has abilities. It's kind of crazy. Like, the dude is just doing things he shouldn't be doing at his age, but he did take a couple stats from Jammin, so together they formed the number 4 ranked MLB. Pernell McPhee was the oldest right outside linebacker, and Victor Dimukeji was the youngest, so now they form Pernell Dimukeji. Here's one I can pronounce, man. Jeremiah Owusu Koromoa, combined with Jason Pierre-Paul, another guy who has a hyphen in his last name. I'm glad we made that adjustment to Demario Jammin Davis's name. And now you can see Jeremiah Pierre-Paul. They're the number 2 ranked right outside linebacker in the NFL at an 89 overall. On to the cornerbacks. Josh Norman, back in the NFL just a few weeks ago, is the oldest in the league, and he combines with Greg Newsome to form Greg Norman, the 81 overall speedster with very solid coverage stats. This has to be my favorite combination though. Patrick Sherman, mixture of Richard Sherman and Patrick Surtain. They have superstar abilities. You combine Richard's just great, you know, recognition, his wisdom for playing all these years, and then Surtain's just raw talent, you know, his intangibles, and you get this absolute stud. This one's really good as well. You have Jimmy Smith and his amazing press. He's also, you know, a very good veteran. And then you have Kelvin Joseph, who's just extremely fast. 94 speed. One of the fastest and one of the best press, if not the best, in the league. Like, this dude's a demon. Our secondary is absolutely disgusting. They have one of the best nicknames, combined with one of the best names. A Trillion. Trill Williams combines with Janoris Jack Rabbit Jenkins to form Trill Jenkins. If there's one thing the secondary is lacking, it's not style. And then finally, our CB number 5, Ambry Thomas, combines with Robert Alford to create Ambry Alford. The oldest free safety was Devin McCourty. He combines with Javon Holland, and they create Javon McCourty, the number 1 ranked free safety in the NFL. And here's their brother, Caden McCourty, because Jason was the second oldest free safety in the league. Yes, he switched positions this year. He combines with Caden Stearns, and they're in the top 20 in terms of free safeties. As for strong safeties, Brandon Carl was the oldest. Andre Cisco was the youngest. I think it's a big missed opportunity not to use Cisco. I probably should change their name, but it is what it is. As long as we got the stats and the height and the age and all that good stuff. Plus, we got an amazing last name on their backup, okay? Anthony Mukwamu. A combination of Anthony Levine and Israel Mukwamu, okay? So a very solid secondary. We're not done yet though. How about Robbie Mcpherson? Combination of Robbie Gold and Evan McPherson, the number 8 ranked kicker in the NFL. And then our punter, Dustin Harvin. A combination of Presley Harvin III and Dustin Colquitt, man. Harvin's stats are kind of crazy for a punter. Like, he looks like he could truck some people out there. He was 6'3", 263, just a big body. So yeah, we might be running some fakes with Dustin Harvin out there on the field. But that is our team, man. Took a minute to put together, you know, so I greatly appreciate it if you guys go ahead and slap a like on the video. Definitely want to continue the series when we keep combining players. I think it's a lot of fun. 88 overall, one of the best, if not the best teams. We should go deep in the playoffs. So they end up at 15-2, first in the NFC North. Team ranks really well in all major categories. A 95 overall by the end of the season. Trey Brady goes absolutely bonkers. First in passing yards and passing touchdowns. Javonte Gore has a solid season, 3rd in rushing touchdowns. And then Jamar Amendola, 1st in receiving touchdowns and receiving yards. I mean, just look at this season. That was just nasty. I'm surprised Javonte did this well. I'm not even gonna lie. But I guess the young legs combined with the BCV, the carrying from Javonte. I mean, look, there's only one rushing fumble in 295 attempts. That's crazy. Jamar Peterson had himself a solid season as the backup. Amendola did his thing. Pitts, 6 touchdowns, not bad. But look at Amon-Ra Sanders, 10 of them. Fitzgerald, 8 touchdowns. Everyone got some touches except what's his name, Diami Jackson. I don't know why. Andre Carr led everyone in tackling. Calais Sample had twice as many tackles for loss in the second place on the team, and it looks like he led everyone in sacks. Jeremiah Pierre-Paul was second, and Joseph Addison was third. Patrick Sherman and Kelvin Smith both had 4 interceptions, while Anthony Mukwamu had 2. Kamara ends up taking home the MVP, but Trey Brady was in the top 5. I'm surprised he wasn't higher, because his team went 15-2. Like, what else can you do? Javonte Gore ended up in the top 10. They got themselves a matchup with the 9-8 Niners in the divisional round. Hey, the oldest and the youngest are taking care of business, 45-17 as we begin the fourth quarter, and they just added to their lead. They're moving on to the conference championship. Trey Brady, 24-34, 20 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks, while the defense forced Garoppolo to throw 3 interceptions. Javonte Gore with 4 touchdowns on the ground. Wait, what was the final score? 59-24 is absolutely insane. Hopefully they can carry this momentum to the next round. Now they're playing against the 11-6 Green Bay Packers. Actually, let me say 13-6, because they had to take care of business in the wild card round and the divisional round to face us in the conference championship. But we're up 1 possession. Javonte Gore gonna fight for the first down. You guys let me know if I could have done better on some of the names, man. I feel like the Cisco one was the only big miss. There it is. Nice blocks on the outside. I'm pretty sure we had a tackle at tight end. That might have been Panay. Either way, we go up 2 possessions. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and would you look at that? I'm pretty sure that's Sherman getting the interception to seal the deal. Final score ends up being 34-20. Brady outplays Aaron Rodgers, throws 2 more touchdowns, same amount of interceptions. Javonte Gore has another strong game, 94 yards and a touchdown. Mercedes Pitts leads everyone in receiving. The 15-2 oldest and youngest versus the 15-2 Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Let's go. Honestly, a little bit surprised to see this at such a blowout, 31-13, and the oldest and youngest are looking to add to the score. First and goal. Look at that route by Jamar Amendola. This one's pretty much over. Final chance for the Chiefs. But yeah, this is what would happen if you combine the oldest and the youngest players at every single position. You would get a Super Bowl champion, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and destroy the like button, man. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Nobody's safe. Came from Melvin, we fresh out the gate. And I look like I came from LA. From New Jersey, I look like LA. I'm a water, I'm foaming LA. I'ma get it, it's mine for the tape. Ride the beamer when I'm out of state. Could have beat, almost got me a case. Go Olympic, I'm winning the race. 911 cause I'm killing the game. Talking crazy, I'm going insane. Shifting gears and I'm switching the lane.